how did you two come across each other, and then decide you want to, create music together?
Yeah.
Explain it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. We met at South by Southwest through mutual friends. People I was hanging out with, he was hanging out with, and then like a few months later, we hit each other up. I was living in LA and we hit each other up when I was coming to San Francisco, and I took him to go see a show at the Hemlock. Marie Sue was playing, and we sat on the floor like right in front of her, and she was just captivating, and barefoot and cute and charismatic and natural, and we just sat on the floor right in front of her, like 5 feet away from her, just like wow. And somebody cracked a joke on stage that inspired us for writing our first lyrics for our first song, and we had started writing via text messages all next day, all the lyrics to this first song we wrote. We still have to finish. And then from there it was just like musically very inspired by each other, just sitting at the piano until dawn, playing music and writing. There's been struggles. There's definitely been obstacles, that's for sure.
Having two relationships in one is very, it's not that it's challenging, because I don't think you would say it's a challenge, or else, I don't think you do it just because it's a challenge or because it's something that's going to be really hard. I think there's something way above all that that's really inspiring, kind of instigates this like desire for it. We love each other, and it's also we love our music. That's really what drives us, and the obstacles are just life in general.
I agree with all of that. Absolutely. But I think it's important to be transparent that it's hard to be in a relationship and be in a band. We are, as a band, we're only as good as we are in communicating with each other, and as we are as partners in a relationship, and that shows really clearly, and it's a really beautiful thing to show too, because when we're really communicating really well and really in a good place, it really helps everybody that's around feel our music so much deeper, and that's why we're here and that's what we're doing. So in that sense, it's a really good challenge.
What inspired you to want to be a performer, a musician, an artist?
Yeah, it was from a pretty young age. My dad plays everything. He plays harmonica really well. He sings, he plays piano, he plays guitar, he plays bass, he plays drums. And he played all of that growing up, and so I was always surrounded by it. I was always going to my mom's singing lessons with her, so yeah, I was surrounded by music. I started playing piano when I was a little girl, started writing songs really young. I kind of pursued a ton of different other artistic and scholastic and other things, and then right around like 16, 17, 18, I started really writing music, and that became my main focus, just writing, just filling tape after tape after tape with ideas and stuff. I think what first really inspired me to be a singer and sing in front of people was seeing my friend when I was 8. I didn't even know her yet, but I saw her sing at the talent show. I was just like, you can do that? You just get up on that stage thing there and then you just sing for all these people? And I was just like mesmerized. And I went up to her afterwards and I was like, tell me everything you know. How did you do that? So that was one of my very first inspirations. Yeah, I don't know. I got really addicted to collaborating with people when I was like around 18, 19, 20, and I just can't let it go. I love writing music with people.
My great grandmother singing, and I was just shocked. Just like this beautiful vibrato, amazing, and I guess she used to do this all the time, and kind of just passed on to her daughter and to my mother. And my mom was always singing when I was a kid. But you know, not till about I was about 20 that I even think about picking up a guitar. I even think about singing. And, so once my buddy threw a guitar in my hands, it was like crack. You know, I was just like, oh my god, I got it. I have to do this. You know, I just played, and my fingers didn't work for a long time. And then I got brave enough, I think when I was like 24, to start singing. That was just a horrendous experience. But, you know, found my voice in both ways, and then writing was a whole other thing. It's just been an adventure, but, you know, my early 20s being pushed by friends and playing with people who were way better than me, and I was just like that guy sitting in on a jam session or whatever, like butchering every chord. But no one ever told me to go away, so I'm really glad they didn't. So I think that, you know, from watching as a child to where the music industry is now, you have this kind of like, it was all, you know, record label based, who they wanted to put out. It was very like kind of two-dimensional in my opinion. Nowadays, it's really what I'm so stoked to see is like the thrive of going out and seeing live shows. That's really what the musicianship is. That's what people want to see. Yes, people want to listen to it on their computers and iPods and whatever, but really when it comes down to it, no one talks about, oh, this, that, and the other. They talk about, wow, did you see this show? Or you heard about these people? And it's really what inspires me, and I'm sure Swan as well, is like, we have the advantage of like being able to share what we do on stage in this new atmosphere, a more concentrated atmosphere. And I think when people see live shows, go to live shows, it's really helping them. It's really like taking them out of their computer, taking them out of their iPhones and phones, and making them just more about being a human being again, you know, feeling the vibration of the music, coming out the speakers, coming out the voice, you know, seeing people next to you being affected by it. It's really powerful. It's really kind of what drives.
If they can put down their iPhones for a second.
Yeah, if they can. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's, in a sense, that's helping this world a lot. Just making people feel again.
Yeah, the government's trying to like legislate art and music out of schools, but there's this whole music revival and revolution that's happening with everything being put so much into the musicians' hands, you know, and out of the labels' hands, and just kind of, I feel like we're all just kind of waiting to see where it goes, but we're in this middle ground of like shaping it all ourselves. And it's a really beautiful thing to be a part of. I'm loving seeing so much awesome music be able to make it out to so many people, whereas before it was just the really mainstream filtered formula music that was making it out to the masses. And now we have the capability of the grassroots music